Whenever someone's talking about movies and they start talking about how much they hate movie critics, I immediately know they're a fucking dumbass. If critics don't like a movie that they do like, it's because they're pretentious, and if critics do like a movie that they don't like, it's because they were paid off. Most critics don't even like do an in-depth analysis on movies. They just kind of like say if they liked it or not, which if all you do is watch movies every day, if you watch like 5 movies a day and your whole job is just to analyze the movie, obviously your tastes are gonna change. They're gonna evolve from someone who only goes and sees blockbusters. When I first started watching movies, I thought that, you know, like a stupid action movie was badass, and now I watch it and I'm like, not much emotional subtext. But sometimes critics are fucking obnoxious and fucking pretentious. I just recently watched The Brutalist finally. It took me forever to get around to watching it. And whenever I watch a movie, I like to look at the Wikipedia page after to see if, you know, there's anything notable in there. I just skim it. And in the reception section, I read this excerpt of a review for The Brutalist. They say, maybe Corbet and Fastfold go further and faster into how dizzyingly sensual and sexual it all is. This movie is about an immigrant architect in the 50s, by the way. It is an electrifying piece of work, stunningly shot by cinematographer Lowell Crawley and superbly designed by Judy Becker. I emerged from this movie lightheaded and euphoric, dizzy with rubbernecking at its monumental vastness. I think this dude, or girl, I don't actually know, I think they fucking nutted at the one sexual sex scene. There's multiple scenes with sexual content, but only one of them is actually sexual. I think that they nutted at it in the theater, made a mess, and then were like, I emerged from this movie lightheaded and euphoric. Oh my god, get the fuck over it. And I liked the movie. I'm not saying that because I didn't like the movie. I'm saying that because that's the most obnoxious fucking comment I've ever seen. Every time you look up a movie, like a good movie on Reddit, you're gonna see some wannabe Reddit movie reviewer saying, the whole movie just oozes charisma. Just look it up. Every single time you see someone use that phrase, the movie just oozes charisma. This is that times 5. I emerged euphoric, dizzy with rubbernecking at its monumental vastness. Fuck you. Whoever wrote that for Vogue, I fucking hate you, by the way. And that movie does have sexual content, but when people just talk about movies being sexual, like, as a way to describe it being good, describing how much it oozes charisma, it drives me fucking nuts. I hate it so much. But I will still defend critics, kinda. Like, I'm not gonna defend their opinions, but I'm gonna defend, like, all critics do is say if they liked a movie or not. And they like different movies from fucking dickasses like you. Sometimes I'm scared to watch movies that I watched when I was first getting into movies, because there's movies I remember loving, and then I rewatch them now as someone who's watched thousands of movies and isn't 16 years old anymore, and I'm like, oh man, this shit fucking sucks. It's kind of sad every time. But on the other hand, there's movies I watched back then that I thought fucking sucked and I watch now and I'm like, oh, it's a fucking masterpiece. So that's called evolving as a person instead of just digging your heels in the ground and saying that critics are all paid off or pretentious. Oh, another thing with critics, no one knows how Rotten Tomatoes works. Rotten Tomatoes, if a movie has 100%, everyone thinks it means like 100 out of 100% score. Like, oh my god, it's the best movie ever. It's 100%. The way Rotten Tomatoes works is if it has 100%, it means that 100% of reviewers didn't dislike it. The percentage is just the amount of reviewers who are like, it wasn't bad. They just tally that, and it's just either a yes or a no, not a score ranking. But on Rotten Tomatoes, you used to be able to click on the movie and see like it has 100% Rotten Tomatoes score, but an average of a 7 out of 10. So it's like an okay movie that most people will think is at least decent. But earlier this year, Rotten Tomatoes got rid of the numeric average, which was my favorite part, because sometimes you see 100% and it's a mid-ass movie, but it just wasn't bad. And sometimes you see a 60%, which seems bad, but the score is high, which just means it's kind of divisive. But they got rid of that for some reason, and I haven't seen anyone online bring it up. I don't usually like pay that much attention to critic score, but sometimes when I add movies to my watch list, and a lot of the time all I do is I look at the average reviews and I'm like, I'll add it to my watch list, and I'll forget why I added it to my watch list, and I watch it blind later, because I only watch things blind. And now, I don't know, it's slightly more annoying. This is stupid. I do think a lot of people wish that they could criticize media or that they know how, but most people just absolutely aren't capable of it. They like and dislike stuff that they see, but they have no idea how to put it into terms. I've noticed when I've streamed video games, most video games have shit writing, and I say this has shit writing, and then people go, actually, it's well written. And I say, what about this is well written? The characters all just like speaking cliches. They're just going like, come on, bro, let's go tackle these baddies. And I'll like ramble. I love rambling about hating stuff. That's what this whole video series is me rambling about hating stuff. And I'll go on that ramble, and then they go, actually, the characters were well written. The world was well written. The story was well written. It was well written. And that's like, it's kind of sad. That's just the most that most people are able to analyze. And I don't think it's sad because I think it's something that people need to have, even though I think it's a good thing to have. I get sad because people want to have it and they don't. And they're like usually kind of anti-education. The curtains were just blue. Quit analyzing subtext. But then they want to analyze media because they want to defend why they like it, but they don't even know why they like it. Man, this video sucks. This is the first episode of my Rot series, and it fucking sucks. This is either going to get better as it goes on or way worse as it goes on. Also, tell me, I'm wondering, do I put in the title like Rot number 1, Rot number 20? Or is that going to scare away new viewers if they see a number and they're like, do I have to watch the first 30 rots first to understand what this dickhead is rambling about? Or, I don't know, should I include that in the title or just like in the description in the start of the video? I don't know how long I've been ranting, but I'm going to cut it there while I figure out what I do with this Rot series. Thanks for watching. Come back tomorrow for Rot episode 2. And watch me on Twitch and subscribe and whatever the fuck. Thanks!